Hello and welcome. Hoping all of you are doing well. Today, we'll add a little bit more confusion to our nice hobby. So let us get started. Here we go again. 3 USA Airmail Postal Stationery lookalikes, but very different, with even numerous more variation possibilities. Yeah, already confusing, isn't it? Here we have what is considered a type 1. The vertical rudder slopes forward. The tail goes into the G. So the vertical rudder slopes on the upper sketch forward, and the tail digs right into the G of postage. In the type 2, the rudder is a semicircle and the tail just touches the G. Okay, so far, so good. And on this 6-cent orange in type 2, as we just explained, right here, semicircle touching the G. With the vertical rudder, semicircle, yes, and the tail just touching the G. The 6-cent, the 6 of the 6-cent may be 6.5 millimeter, 6 millimeter, or 5.5 millimeter. So 3 different types are possible. And the borders may vary by diamond size, by arrangement, by direction of diamond points, and by no borders at all, and also envelope size. And as far as envelope size goes, also the so-called specialized catalog does not really explain except calling envelopes by specific numbers, but no actual inch or millimeter size given, which I think there should be an explanation. Trying to Google all that stuff is not an easy task. But, anyways, let us go on. Here, the diamond size, as mentioned before, can vary. The specialized catalog lists 2 sizes along the oblique side, meaning this side right here, arrow to arrow. For the arrangement at the top right, it can be red, then blue, as shown here, or blue and red uh, in that sequence. Okay, more confusion. All right, next. And now to only a few and the confusing listings of the US Specialized Catalog. This cover in Type 1 and watermark 28 is not mentioned as such in the catalog. I don't know why that is. Okay, next. This cover in Type 1 and watermark 30 not mentioned as such in the catalog as well, meaning there is no value giving or even any mention of this particular combination. In this cover, in type 2 in watermark 30, not mentioned as such in the catalog as well. So I don't know why that is, why they don't mention that. I mean, here we had 3 different configurations in regards to watermark and still uh, cannot find any differences in value or mention in the listings. In this cover in type 2 with watermark 30A, also not mentioned as such in the catalog. Yeah, very confusing. And this cover in type 2 and watermark 33, the 6 of the 6 cent is 6 millimeter wide. And lo and behold, this one is listed in the catalog. And this cover in type 2, watermark 39, 6 cent is 6 millimeter wide, but not mentioned as such in the catalog. I only have these few variation examples to show. Confused? Yes, I certainly was through this process of double and triple checking and spending much time to come to these findings. There are times when a specialized catalog could or should provide more detail, I feel, because there should be differences. Are we to assume that those not listed fall into the lowest category or what? How do we know? We don't, not according to the catalog, at least. At least I could not determine that. So maybe some of you have more smarts and can enlighten me. I would certainly deeply appreciate that. Thank you so much, if you would, please. Okay, something different. In May of 2025, I sent off 4 stamps for expertising to the APS, actually. They indicated perhaps a 3 months plus or minus wait. Good or not so good, I will share with you the full results. These are my 4 hopefuls, left to right by Scott number. 70, hopefully a B. 85C, hopefully the Z grill. And 2 coil pairs, a 354 and a 350 GLP guideline pair right here, the line through the pair. So I'm keeping my fingers crossed, hoping for the best. So as I mentioned, I will let you know when I get these back, regardless of the outcome. Yeah, maybe I will be embarrassed, but that's okay. That's part of the game. Okay. Well, anyways, so much for all of that. Lots of confusion, at least for myself. And I thank you so very much for listening to my video and watching it. Thanks. Well, I don't know. These undetermined covers in this video, are they a treasure? Are they just very, very common or what? I, at this point, have no answer to that. And like I said, those covers that I showed is probably just a small amount of perhaps many more varieties that may or may not be listed. Now, wishing all of you good success and above all, good health. My channel, Stamp Space, My Fun Things.